I never told Lana who I really was. Not out of shame or arrogance, but caution. Because when you grow up surrounded by money, it's hard to know who's real. My father used to say, a man with nothing knows who loves him. A man with everything never will. He would know. The world doesn't know his name, but it knows what he owns. He doesn't wear wealth. He builds it. Seed money in PayPal before it was a verb. Private shares in Google before the IPO. Behind the curtain of the internet. He's part owner of a machine. And when I was a teenager, I asked him why he didn't show off. He looked up from his coffee and said, because when people think you're broke, they treat you honestly. That's more valuable than any car I could buy. So I lived by that. I dressed simply, drove old cars, lived in a modest apartment I could have bought 1,000 times over. And then I met Lana. We were both reaching for the same book. It was late, almost closing time. A dusty used bookstore downtown. Her fingers brushed mine, and she laughed nervously. You like Sylvia Plath? I said, only the pages she wrote with blood. She blinked, surprised, then smiled. We talked for an hour, then had coffee, then dinner, then a second date, and a third. She liked that I wasn't flashy. Said I was different from the guys she was used to. She thought I was humble. I let her think that. For 2 years, we were inseparable. She moved into my apartment. We cooked together. Traveled cheap. She said she loved that I wasn't trying to impress her. When she told me, I don't care about money, I almost believed it. I wanted to. So I proposed. She said yes before I could finish the question. The wedding was small. Just a few friends. No press. No prenup. That was my choice. I wanted to believe love was stronger than legal contracts. My father, of course, wasn't pleased. At the reception, he pulled me aside and said, you're gambling a bloodline on a smile. I told him he was paranoid. He looked past me, toward Lana, laughing with champagne flute in hand, then said, some people only stay loyal to a version of you they think they married. He wasn't wrong. A year into the marriage, I decided to test her. It wasn't a game. It wasn't malicious. It was necessary, because things are going too well. No fights. No doubts. No questions about my family, my background, the shadowy figures who sometimes called late at night. And the truth is, I didn't fully trust her silence. I wanted to know if Lana loved me or the story I let her believe. One night, I came home, disheveled and tired. I sat at the kitchen table. Lana walked in, worried. What's wrong? I didn't look at her when I said it. There's been an investigation. One of my dad's companies is being dismantled. Accounts frozen. Assets held in court. We're broke. She didn't speak. I waited. Still silence. So I added, I think we might have to sell the apartment. Probably downsize. I might need to pick up contract work. She sat down across from me, folded her hands, then said something I'll never forget. So what does that mean for me? Not us. Not we. Me. The room suddenly felt colder. I told her, it means things will be hard for a while. I don't know for how long. She didn't argue. She didn't cry. She just said, this isn't what I signed up for. That night, she slept in the guest room. By morning, she was gone. She left no note. Just a text. I'm sorry. I can't do this. I need stability. Blocked me on everything the next day. My heart didn't break. It shattered quietly, like thin glass dropped in snow. But I didn't chase her, because now I knew. My father invited me to the estate the following week. The first thing he said when I walked in, she failed. I didn't reply. He poured us both scotch, handed me a file. Inside were screenshots, photos, audio transcriptions. His security team had been watching. She had started digging months before I told her anything. Searched my last name. Cross-referenced addresses. Investigated board members. Subscribed to private genealogy sites. Even messaged one of my distant cousins under a fake profile, fishing for information. She knew there was wealth behind me. She just didn't know how much. So she stayed, until she thought it was gone. Then she left. A few months passed. I tried to move on. Threw myself into work. Started shadow managing a tech investment portfolio that would make most hedge funds weep. But then one day she came back. She showed up at my office. My new one. The real one. Floor 77 of a building I half owned. She looked nervous. Slimmer. Older somehow. Can we talk? She asked. I nodded. Let her sit. Didn't offer water. She said all the right things. I panicked. I was scared. I didn't know how to cope. I didn't mean to leave like that. I made a mistake. She looked up at me. Eyes red. I miss you. Not the lifestyle. You. I looked at her. Not angrily. Not coldly. Just with clarity. Then I slid a paper across the table. It was a photocopy of her text. I need stability. And below it, one line in my handwriting. You don't leave a man you love because the money disappears. You stay. You fight. You build again. She swallowed. Blinked fast. You were testing me? I nodded. I was. And you showed me exactly who you are. She started to cry. But I had nothing left to offer her. She left the room. This time for good. Now I live alone. In a place far above the city. A quiet corner of the world built by silent men with loud legacies. I don't wear brands. I don't show off. People still mistake me for modest, but I've learned not to correct them. Because when you're quiet, people expose themselves. And when you lie low, you see who crouches beside you. Lana taught me something valuable. She didn't fail the loyalty test. She passed the truth test. And I passed mine by letting her go. Like and subscribe for more short stories.